Alright, what's up YouTube? Jables here. Welcome everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. Today we are continuing and finishing up normal on our Holy Gladiator, which ended up turning into an elemental bow wielding / crossbow wielding Holy Paladin. At least for now, in normal. We got to Act 5. And I also suggested to you guys, recommended to level up at Eldritch using as high of a player count as you feel comfortable. And off stream, I just gained 2 extra levels. I went from 38 to 40, just a nice round number. And we are going to continue on from the Frigid Highlands all the way through to kill Baal. Now, I did not change anything since last stream. Oh, I guess I did, but not really, because I did wield this earlier. We ended up going with the Kuko Shikaku because of the exploding arrows that it naturally fires and the 50% piercing attack. And what I did was, instead of wearing Saigon's gloves and belt, I opted to wear Saigon's gloves and boots to still keep that 30 increased attack speed. But instead, I got myself a razor tail. Not got myself, I handed it down obviously from my grail to add on to this 50% piercing, and on top 33%. So now we're sitting at 83% pierce, which is good. And I still wanted that 30 increased attack speed, so I lost a little bit of faster run walk from the Sanders, but that's a-okay, and nothing else has changed. We are still rocking 2-piece Angelics for the attack rating. Now again, does this really matter with the explosive arrows? I don't think so, because they should hit naturally. But on the off chance that we want to go back to our pus spitter, attack rating will matter. Now I also added into my inventory here, just to try out for the future, a Bariza, which has actually 100% piercing attack, which is crazy. But this seems to be like a physical dealer, kind of. I know it has cold damage and freezes target, but I don't think that's what it's about. It's about the piercing, so not needing razor tail belt. But look at that, plus 100 to max damage based on character level, which is kind of crazy. But the requirements are so high on this. I even kind of tried out, okay, let's put in 110 strength. And we were left with 60 vitality or whatever. It was kind of crazy. Or I don't know what it was, but 70. It was very low. So I don't know if that's going to be a good idea for us. And then a second, and we need 41 to be level 41 to even wear it. And then a second thing that I looked up, because again I was trying to find any crossbows or bows that have explosive arrows or bolts. And Chukonu, the unique demon machine, which is required level 49, actually fires explosive bolts. And it has 66 pierce, which with Razor Tail would give us 99, pretty much 100% pierce. So we will try, hopefully this one at least. This one has slightly smaller requirements than this guy right here. And it has the exploding bolts versus no exploding bolts or arrows. So when we get there, and we will, try it out. I also kind of was anticipating that eventually I'll need some, laying of hands, but that's at level 63. Long way to go. We are still rocking Hawkmail for the Canopy Frozen. I eventually want to put on a Hustle, which I could right now, but I will lose the Canopy Frozen. So we need to wait it out until I'm 45 to put on a Ravenfrost instead of this Nagel. And then we should be good to go on wearing a Hustle. In Nightmare, we might need something like Gold Skin here for the all res, because again, if we're dual wielding like a bow or a crossbow, our resistances are not gonna be great. You know what I mean? Right now, they're not even great, and this is normal, and I have, you know, some like I guess I don't have that much, but I do have some resistance charms. But yeah, ooh, you know, I don't have any resistance gear. I guess I could, you know, take this off, put on some resistance helm, but really there's not much options. I need the attack speed from this combination, which gives some cold res, actually a lot of it, which is good. Again, I'm gonna have to eventually maybe put on a Raven Frost, but this doesn't affect anything. This we kind of want for the attack rating. I don't know how it's gonna be. And this we need, which has no resistances. Obviously this has no resistances. And the Hustle has, I guess, 10 all res, but that's not much. So the only other option would be, I guess, to put on a helmet that has a bunch of resistances. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Anyways, I think we're going to go down to players 3. Well, let's do one last Eldritch run on players 8 just to show how those were going. But then we move forward. So this is players 8. I mean, Holy Fire is just so strong. Ah, Cedar Bow, why couldn't it be Kukoshikaku? You know, very, very strong. Technically, we could just keep going on players 8, you know. But we're going to be skipping a whole bunch of this stuff. We don't need it. Ooh, Slink to imbue something. And by the way, Razan, I also gave him a Yari, a Hone Sundan. Because we don't need the insight. We don't need the mana regeneration because I'm just attacking normally. And I put a socket quest into the Twitch throw just in case I wanted to do anything with that, and he's just rocketed this. Oh, he doesn't even need this for anything, but that's okay. Alright, let's go. We should maybe rescue the barbs. Why not? We'll get some free runes out of it. Haha. Man. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, right? Alright, let's see. Are another set of barbs here? Or are they further up? Oh, seems to be further up. Just teleport out of there. Man, I don't like that the barbs are kind of just like all over, not all over the place, but like you can't, oh gosh. And these little camps with all the doors and the stuff, I do not like. No barbs here either, huh? Okay. So I'm guessing they are even further up. Or are they to the side? No, they can't be to the side. There's nothing there. Okay. Oh my goodness. Keep forgetting we're low level, so we're gonna run out of freaking stamina every time. Unless if we drink a whole bunch of stamina potions. Okay, where are you, barbs? Here? You guys must be close, right? Come on. There we go.
Follow me.
Thank goodness. Alright. Yep. Return to whatever his name is. I almost wonder. I mean, somehow we're doing damage even without the holy fire. It's kind of interesting. How does that work? Are we like free waypoint, I guess? The question is like, are we? Are we going the right way? No, we're not. Gotta go this way. Experience shrine. Yeah, this requires some extra research because it is kind of interesting how like obviously holy fire just does more, but somehow just with vigor we're dealing pretty good damage. I know that there's added fire damage here, which I'm assuming, well, which for sure helps, but still, I don't know. Alright, to the right, to the right. Crystalline passage is gonna go to the right. That's for the waypoint. There we go. And then to the right of the waypoint is Anya. So that's where we're gonna go next to get our resistances. And then we'll go straight across from the waypoint to go to the next area. This way, or is it not? Get out of my way. What's up, Z? We're finishing up that Paladin, man. That Paladin. But it's treating us really well. I'm really loving it. Holy fire, boy. That's pretty insane. Which way are we going? Oh gosh, we're going up, aren't we? Okay. Impossible. There we go. Rune.
I am overburdened.
Of course you're overburdened. Typical Paladin being overburdened. Okay, let's put some gems away. Let's sell some stuff.
At your
And
service.
let's rescue Anya, shall we? Oh man, not good money. Okay. Alright, let's get our resistances. Yay! We don't have 0 poison res anymore. Now in Nightmare, it's -40, right? So imagine if we stay with the same gear we have. Which chances are we will, because there's not much that we can change here besides the helmet for a resistance helmet. But not much else. Also, let's talk to Anya. I guess she'll give us something nice. Is this even sellable?
Good evening.
Should be something. Pfft. Not much. Okay. Thank you, Anya. Oh, and let's get our runes. Where are you?
Fake.
Quelkek. Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Alright, now we're gonna go straight across. Da-da-da. Oh, here we are. This one I don't remember. I think it's to the left. Aha. Oh, frozen tundra, good. Again, we don't need the glacial trail waypoint. If you want though, go ahead, you could search for it, but those ice caves are kind of annoying, you know. Infernal pit. Again, see with these all these like little weird camps with the walls. You need that teleport staff, man, because it's really annoying just to try to find your way around it. Like, see, there's no door here. You have to like go around, find the path that has the door, yada yada. You know, just annoying stuff. Oh my God, Holy Fire just from the distance destroyed those guys. Dude, I'm telling you, Z, you gotta try this Holy Fire. Like, not go fanaticism. Don't go into fanaticism. Try Holy Fire, man. It is so obnoxious. At least in normal. I know that it falls off like later in Nightmare and in Hell. For sure in Hell, because there's so many fire immunes. And it's I think the most common highly resisted element in Diablo 2, right? Because, I mean, Diablo, it's fire and, you know, it's hell, right? Hell is filled with fire. But, bro, normal and Nightmare, ooh, sweetness. Alright. And I know this is players 3, but still. And the Paladin is just... The Paladin is just so versatile. Meaning, like, again, like, you could be a Bozan if you want. Or not a Bozan, but a Boadin if you want. And you could be a Zealer. You could be just like a Vengeance, right? You can... Yeah, there's just so much you could do with the Paladin. You could get, you know, maximum block, right? Like, Like, which character has all these options? Paladins are very versatile, which is why I love them so much. What is back here? Nothing? Or is that the waypoint? That's something. Oh, nothing. Yeah. Very, very nice. And Paladins have all the different elemental damages if you want. They're both melee and rangers, right? Like, they could do Fist of the Heavens, Holy Bolt, hammers. Oh, there's such a great class. Such a good class. Wow, and we leveled up. That's kind of amazing. Even on players 3 at level 40. It's crazy. Alright, we keep pumping up the synergy. We're almost done with this synergy. The last synergy is going to be Salvation. So we'll see how that goes. We should get the waypoint. Again, I'm not going to need it, but you definitely should. So let's do that. Let's try to find the waypoint here for Ancient's Way, because you never know how the Ancient's fight's going to go, you know? And then to walk all the way back, and remember, we didn't get any waypoints along the way, pretty much. So to walk all the way back is going to be a pain if we end up dying and not having a safety TP, right? So yeah. Great, this is not the waypoint either. Helm. Coif of Glory. Lightning resistant. Hit blinds target.
Impossible.
What's in here? Oh. 34 attack rating. What? Yeah, the waypoint is like, I think, on the other side, meaning, yep, that's what I thought. It's like straight across from that. Hey, that could solve somewhat of our problem here. We have 2 circlets. This one is also pretty good, pretty unique and pretty nice. This one's nice as well. Dual res. Coif of Glory. Hit blinds target. $2.99, huh? Or $29 and $9.99. Alright, let's go back down to players 1. So you do want to fight the Ancients on players 1. You do not get more experience the higher the player count for those guys is. So don't even bother with that. But you want to put your best foot forward for these guys. These guys do get a little bit, you know, strong. But not for us, not for the Paladin. Oh my god, this is crazy. Yeah, and because we're level 41, we're so high, right? Like, I think up to 40 you might be able to get a full level, but like around 40 and above you get a little bit, you know, well, not a full one, right? Depending on how you are, you might even get like a third. Like if you're 50, I don't know how much you get, but not much, you know what I mean? You have to be minimum of 20, but you get a full level because of how much experience they actually give. And unfortunately you can get like 2 or 3 levels when you're 20. You know, which it should be like that. They should give a set amount of experience, and no matter where you kill them, you get that experience. But there is a cap of 1 level max with a given number that they give for normal and nightmare and in hell. So, just FYI, that's why. Anyways, we'll go to players 8 because I'm guessing we could keep getting experience. I mean, that's what it seems like. So. Whirlstone Keep also drops a lot of good stuff. It is dangerous, so I wouldn't recommend just doing this willy-nilly, but if you're playing along and kind of have similar things that I have, you can do this. Now, Players 8, you know, it takes a few shots. It's not going to be like our Eldritch runs, right? Even Eldritch took a few shots, but I kind of want to play through the game because Act 5 seems to be kind of quick, and I don't mind showing you guys like just how it is, you know? It's very satisfying, very fun. Again, maybe it's just me, but I love like the bow playstyle. Like, I almost wish that the Javazon was a little bit less powerful so that it would be more inclined, you'd be more inclined to play the Bozon, because I love playing Exploding Arrow or Freezing Arrow with the Amazon. I just love it so much. And I was thinking I might do a whole video about comparing the two. Comparing the Holy Fire Paladin using a bow versus a straight up Exploding Arrow Amazon using a bow. And we would use the same bow regardless. But it is interesting, and I wonder who would win, who would beat out who, you know? So, very interesting. Alright, level 2, we definitely want the waypoint, because even if we kill Bale on the first run, right, we wouldn't mind farming him over and over if that's the case, right? I probably won't, because I'm already so high of a level, but getting this waypoint is important. Look at that, we are just getting another level. We're 42, which is our beautiful level for class-specific uniques. I don't know if you guys knew that, but at 42, all the class-specific uniques start at that level. So if we get like a Herald of Zacharium shield, ooh, that's a level 42 shield for the Paladin. It's amazing. Like, amazing, amazing. If you don't need faster cast rate from a spirit, then Herald of Zacharium, Haz they call it, H-O-Z, is the way to go. And Nightmare Mephisto is probably your best bet of getting one. Obviously we're not a Nightmare yet, but he is probably your best bet of getting one. But you could get it anywhere past him as well. Just so you guys know. Also, I don't know why we should be going the other way. Well, let's see if... No, we shouldn't be in this corner. We should be on the bottom. Or we should be, like... We should start going counterclockwise. So, actually, let's do that. We should go counterclockwise instead of clockwise, because from the waypoint, we must go to the right. So, if we find the waypoint here, we know we're going to go that way. If we find the waypoint here, we know we're going to go to the bottom left. You know? So, counterclockwise is probably the best way. But anyways, on higher player counts, you can level up, like in the Worldstone Keeping at Bale, you could level up into your 50s. You know, early 50s is not a problem. On Players 8, obviously, right? On Players 1, it'll take forever, but Players 8, you can do that no problemo. As you can see, and we're just killing regular mobs. We're not even like hunting uniques or anything, you know? Look, and we're level 42 on Players 8. So, also, combat shrines, melee and like physical melee, physical ranged, or even elemental range, as long as if things don't hit automatically. Combat shrines are huge. People disregard them, especially when they're casters, right? But it is a huge boost to attack rating and damage, which translates to damage. That's what I meant to say, right? Whoa. See, normally people should be scared of these Death Lords. Me, at this stage with my Paladin doing so much damage, ooh, no problemo, senor. No problemo. Nothing here. Level 5, 12 to mana. It's kind of funny, but you'd be surprised how much mana helps, like on a caster. Even a grand charm like that. It's probably a huge waste. But that's funny. Alright, nothing here. Maybe we get the throne closer to the entrance? That'll be awesome. Okay, nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing. Is it here? No. Alright, blast you guys. Yeah. Ah. Remember, we don't have any blocking either. That's another thing. So like the Amazon, right? The Amazon has evade, dodge, what's the other one? But you know, guys, what I'm talking about, right? She has all those like mitigating skills. Dodge, evade, what's the other one? And they all have different purposes. Like, you know, you have a chance to technically evade when, like, you're standing still. Or then there's another one when you're running. Then there's another one when you're, you know, attacking or whatever. But she has all those mitigating skills, and we do, as a paladin, do not. Although the paladin is very strong when he has a shield, right? Because he's the only one that has an increase to block chance skill. But we're not going to have that if we're a ranger. And again, we don't have anything else really. So, you know, so we just have to pretty much stay back and not get hit. Which again, we could do, which is not a problem, right? We also don't have any much crowd control at all. Like, we don't freeze or anything. Now, I do have this. I don't know why this is not working. I wonder, but the cold damage, maybe because we kill too fast, but the cold damage should be, like, I should see a slow. Is it slowing them down? Or is, I know some monsters are immune to cold. Let's see. Oh, we can't see. I'm too strong to test something out. That's funny. We are in Players 8, right? Yeah, we are. Wow, dude. Harpy ladies are going down. Yeah, it's a possibility that Death Lords cannot be frozen naturally, you know. Alright, Players 8, let's do this. Oh yeah, I need to fire. By the way, we could still damage him, you know, if you guys are wondering. We can still do that. Actually, let's go sell some stuff. Well, yeah, we do just regular physical damage too. 27 to 80, which is kind of a lot, you know. Well, not a lot, but it's not nothing. It's not like 1 to 5, like from a normal base. This is a nightmare base, right? An exceptional item. You know, a cute little guy right here. Level 9 required though. That's kind of insane for those little stats. I guess it has both an affix and the prefix, but still. It was a staff. Woo! 2 to frozen orb, 3 to chilling armor, 3 open socket. Unfortunate that nothing can be made there. Alright, let's put this stuff away. Yeah, I'm not even worried about like wave 2 or anything. We're just gonna smoke them, I think. That's what I think. Where does this go? This should go here, so that I don't forget. 47, 47, 2. Yo, 47, 47, 2. Alright, baby. Players 8, man. Rejuvenation, thank you. Rejuvenation, thank you. Not even worried about the trap. This is just crazy. this for the 45% chance of crushing blow. Very solid, by the way. If you could get one that's ethereal, oh, what a beauty. I don't think I have one at all. Otherwise, I would have wanted to use it, you know? Okay, now do you see? These guys are tanky boys, Venom Lords, and they are, remember, Act 4 monsters that are like, you know, in the Chaos Sanctuary. So they also have high fire resistance in the Chaos Sanctuary, you know? That's why people tend to like not want to keep going with fire forever. Okay. Oh my god. I was going to try to save Razan by teleporting, but I couldn't even teleport. Alright, these guys are definitely strong. Okay. But we can kite them backwards here. But they give so much XP. Look at the experience bar. Even at 43, players 8. Let's take a look at... Oh, one kill just like bumps up my experience so much. Stop hitting me back. Okay, so the cold damage is working. Okay. I do want to keep that charm. See, it's slowing these guys down. Oh, that experience, man. Woo! And another level. Wow. Alright, do we need Razan? I have a feeling he might die. To bail. We're definitely not going to do bail on players 8, though. We might still stay high, though. Maybe we will get him to get that crushing blow in. Let's do it. And let's go down to players 7. Just one player count less, but that's the max when it comes to, like, the amount of drops that he gets, or like, you know, the increased drop rate and magic find and all that stuff. That's the highest it's going to go anyway. So player 7 it is. I wonder, oh, let's sell this as well. I wonder how we do though, to be very, very honest. Also, let's get those. Okay. By the way, how much does she sell this for? 55 grand. Okay. The thing that we just sold. Alright. This is the last stretch, people. You will be finishing normal. Wow, this is going to be such a short stream. I almost want to like do something else with this. Maybe go through Nightmare Act 1.
Praise the light.
Okay, but look at player 7. It's even player 7 is doing crazy. Like we're not doing Razan anything. It's just us. Razan, buddy, what are you doing? Give me some crushing blow, baby. Wow, he's like barely doing any crushing blow. And he's just like walking away for some reason. Come on, Razan. Don't be like that. There we go. Is this our resistances we were looking for? No, it's not. Aww. It could have been Iratha's crown that has 30 and 30.
You shall no longer taint this mortal realm.
But that's that. Wow, now we unlock Spider Forest is a good place. We unlock Terror Zones. Very nice. Hello. Let's talk to Tyrael. Hey, I know what we could do. We could do Terror Zones. Yeah. Exactly. We don't need to go into Nightmare. But we will henceforth be known as Slayers. Slayer Holy Gladiator. Very nice. Thank you. Okay, let's see. So with Terror Zones, using them, you can level up to roughly 50 on the easy side. Because Terror Zones in normal go up to 45, if I'm not mistaken, or 46. I keep forgetting these numbers. Last time I made a mistake and said 41, but that's like item level to get 4 sockets. I don't know why I was thinking that. But what's it called? Terror zones. We'll check in just a second, but terror zones go up to 45 if I'm not mistaken. And as long as you're within 5 levels of the, what's it called, the monster level, you get pretty good experience. Meaning, like, there's almost no penalty whatsoever. It might be such a small penalty, but it's so minuscule that you could, like, you get good, you know, good experience doing that. And look, we're 1 level away from trying out the Ravenfrost method and going some resistances, you know, for the Cannot Be Frozen. All right, so we're on back to players 8. Again, we have finished, killed Bale. We still have, so if you don't want to go back, let's say because you end up liking your Nightmare maps, your map seed, you should finish your Charcy Imbue, your Imbue quest, and your Socket quest. But again, think about them carefully. The Imbue, don't think about it that much. I would recommend imbuing circlets, coronets, tiaras, or diadems. And in the opposite order, actually, diadems would be the best, but they're the rarest to find, and they have to be white, right? So diadems, tiaras, coronets, circlets last. That would be my suggestion. Now, some people imbue, let's say, what is it called? Class-specific items, like a druid helmet, right, to get something awesome, or you know, I don't know, like, usually weapons, not so much, maybe, I don't know, but like druid helmets, I know they're kind of popular, but again, see, the helmet slot in general is popular, but some people like to imbue boots, or belts, or gloves, so yeah, get those out of the way for sure. The imbue, get it out of the way, because why not? Especially when you're going my route, the diadem, tiara, coronet, or circlet. Just be somewhere in, like, you're close to like level 50, and you'll be fine even with like a coronet. I think, you know, I wouldn't be complaining and looking at that. But yeah, don't like imbue, for example, something at level 10 right away in Act 1. I should have mentioned that in Act 1, but I would wait until you're a little higher level. 50 is perfect. And then, you know, you have a chance at some higher rolls, or like higher affixes, like, you know, +2 to fire skills, plus, you know, whatever skill tree you're getting, you know, or you want. And then the socket quest, though, think about it carefully, okay? Because you only get 1 per act. Obviously, I've made so many characters that, you know, I kind of willy-nilly have put some sockets into like items that I know that I'm going to be using for either leveling characters or like my high-end gear, right? Like, but I don't have sockets in everything. Like, I just put a socket into this. I don't think I want to put a socket in this. It's not really useful for anything, but this could be useful for like resistances if somebody needs it, you know. But yeah, anything rare, like, or if you know, really want to get that spirit, I would just wait till Nightmare and get a naturally 4 open socket one, you know, like a sword or like a pole arm or something like that. I wouldn't worry too much about that. But like cool items, especially if they're unique and you know you're going to want to use it for a long time, do it. Because as long as you don't, you know, sell them someday, you could always use them when you're leveling up a new character, you know. Like, for example, this. I'm happy that I put this shale in there. You know, there's no reason for me not to. Kuko Shikaku is such an awesome bow that even if I wanted to play like a challenge build, I could use it, you know. But anyways, let's go and do this. Let's see. So we are level 44, which means that the terror zone is going to be 45. 1 level higher than us. So all the monsters are going to be 45. Then champions are going to be 46. Uniques are going to be 47 and their minions, and then super uniques are going to be 48. Okay, so regular monsters are going to be the level that the terrorized zone shows. Champions are going to be 1 level higher. Unique packs, which those are like the monsters that have the little minions around them, they're going to be 2 levels higher. And then super uniques, which are static, meaning they are always the same in the same areas, and they have the same name and the same affixes, I believe. Or no, not all of them, but some of them, they have like static affixes, which always happen. Those guys are 3 levels higher, and they're minions if they have any, right? So yeah, 45, and this should be the cap. So even when we level to 45, the next terror zone, the next game we create, should still be terrorized 45. It should not go up to 46, if I'm not mistaken. But we will see. Now these will be a little harder because, again, this will take a while. These are not easy monsters anymore because they have naturally been upped to a higher level. These little fetishes still are kind of weaklings, right? But like those thorny guys or whatever they're called. These guys, Thorn Elk. Nope. Spider Force, it goes all the way down there, huh? We should maybe just go through, oh, chip diamond. Go through the, like, through the town. We don't need to like go to the waypoint for this, I guess. And the camps usually have a great, like, a bunch of stuff in them, so I do want to go through the camp. That's money, I guess. Let's see, like, these camps. Let's see if they have anybody good in here. Okay, we'll also go into the Spider Cavern because that is terrorized as well. And we know that, so one of the super uniques that I was talking about, the one that's going to be 3 levels higher, is that spider that is guarding the chest. He is a super unique, which means he's always going to spawn. What's his name again? Shazark the Burning. And he's always going to be cursed. So, if you never knew, now you know. Crown. Of course, we cannot pick this up anymore because we have completed the quest when we're going through Act 3. But yeah, see, he spawns with minions, so they're all 3 levels higher than the said terrorized zone. But this zone should have more than one. And then, so he was a super unique, right? But there should be regular uniques with minions in here too, or champions, right? Because those are random. They have random names, random affixes. There should be some in here, and we do want that. We want uniques to get the most experience. Because uniques and champions naturally give more experience than regular mobs, which all of these are regular. Come on, guys. What the heck is our unique or champion group? Really? There's not one? Only Shazark is in here? No, there has to be another one. Wow, I guess not. Alright. You're rude.
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
Okay, does this camp have anybody? And again, sometimes you get density, sometimes you don't, right? And sometimes you get different mobs as well. So, you know, there's several mob spawns that can happen. And the game chooses 3 per, like, area name. So that's kind of that. If you were ever wondering, like, why sometimes there are deadly monsters and sometimes there aren't, well, yeah, because it's random. And let's say out of a pool of 6 different mob types or 5 different mob types or whatever mob, you know, how many ever mob types there would be, 3 are chosen to be in an area. Oh, we went all the way back to town, I guess. Now remember, if you do want to sell things for high gold, you have to go back to Act 5 in normal at least because of the gold cap, right?
Can I help you?
To vendors. But see, we almost gained a whole level. Tyrune. Oh yeah, we have to sell a whole bunch of this. Oops. This is a nice charm, actually. You know? Just to have for the poison so that the regeneration is not an issue. So we're not 45 yet. Alright, let's do this again. Okay, still normal. We're not going to Nightmare yet. But don't worry, I will be probably actually this same day. I just will start the stream all over to create a new video for the beginning of Nightmare. And that should be fun as well, so don't forget to join for that. Actually, you know what? Let's go through town. Well, we are on players 8. Very nice. Okay. Let's go through town and just... because I like attacking up rather than attacking down and walking downwards. I don't know if you guys are the same or not, but... in general, I prefer, you know, right? Like my mouse, and it's almost like I see more this way. Like I see less because of my health globe and stuff. And I know it shouldn't be like it's not exactly like that, but I don't know. I just always prefer going that direction. Ah, see, now we have these guys, the jungle hunters, right? And we're 45. Very nice. So Ravenfrost is open. And we finished Resist Fire. Now, the last synergy is only Salvation. That's it. So actually by 65, or actually by 64, because we already have 1 point in here, and even earlier because Nightmare has, what, 4 skill point quests? Or like a total of 4 skill points that you get from the 3 quests in Act 1, Act 2, and Act 4. So by level 60, we should have the last synergy maxed, which is going to be kind of awesome. And then we get to, I don't know, put points into something else. I don't know. But really, it's up to you. Ah, look at that. And by the way, the Terror Zone will not change, like, until you save and exit the game and come back in. Just so you know, but ours will not change regardless, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, and it could go up to 46, but I don't think so. I think it goes up to 45, which pretty much does not matter for us when it comes to experience, whether or not we leave the game or not. So that's that. Also, let's keep looking out for, oh yeah, any gems. What's up, Hulks? Come on, come on. There we go.
I can't.
Rechoose. Charms, we like those. Alright, maybe we should spawn... We should try to spawn a boss group or a unique group before we spawn Shazak, because there is something to do with like spawning time and spawn order, where like if you spawn a super unique, it takes up, see here is a unique, it takes up like 2 slots or something like that of like spawning possibilities for other mobs. So like you won't be able to find a like you'll lose essentially. Oh, is this another one? No. You'll essentially lose a unique pack by spawning certain packs like super uniques in order, or maybe it is champions that take up 2 slots or something like that. I don't know exactly. I don't have all of this memorized, but I do know that exists. So maybe that was the play, is to go all the way around and then finally come to Shazark. But look at that. That almost gave us a whole level just going through this cavern, which is huge. Ah, and we found ourselves a circlet, which we will imbue. Nice. I actually did not have anything to imbue for this character, and now I do. Very good. Anything that's white, especially for me, I always do circlets, coronets, tiaras, and diadems. And I would recommend you doing the same, because the different, like the affixes and the prefixes that could spawn on specifically only those 4 things: circlets, coronets, tiaras, and diadems, and a helmet slot, are way different. There's so many more and better affixes that can happen and prefixes on those 4 types of helmets versus any other like piece of gear. They could get faster cast rate, faster run walk, you know, the different skills. They could get teleport charges. They could get different charges that, like, just in general, other helms and you know, armor pieces do not get or are not able to get. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, I feel like this is way better than Zeal. Being able to pierce through. Oh. So if you want to be an elemental Zealer, you can, obviously, because that is the, like, well, the fun of the Paladin, right? Because he's a melee character, pretty much. But if you want to try something else, the Paladin is the way to go. Let me tell you. Fire Shrine. No, we don't want that. Alright, anyways, let's see how far this continues. I wonder where the Great Marsh begins. Is it like right away here, or where is it? Actually, I know all of this is actually still Spider Forest. All of that back there.
I am overburdened.
Rejuve. There we go. Now we don't have to collect any rejuves anymore. I guess we could still, right? Okay, where does Great Marsh start? Or does it just keep going all the way until who knows when? Great Marsh? Oh, still no Great Marsh. Wow. Spider Forest goes pretty far. Oh, here it is. Okay, okay. So it kind of ends right where, like, this thing ends. But we are 46. Now watch, we're going to create a new game, and still the Terror Zone will be level 45, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, do we need any 1-point wonders anywhere before we invest into salvation? We have Holy Fire maxed. Again, when we try things like Holy Freeze, which we will, and Holy Shock, we are going to respec completely, because there's no point of like putting 1 point in here just to try it out. And technically we shouldn't even have put any points into Zeal, but it is what it is. Who cares? This is, you know, originally we're gonna do that. Yeah, no points anywhere else. So Salvation it is for more damage. Okay.
Afternoon.
Ooh, I'm keeping that. That's a nice one. Put all this away. By the way, that's a nice one. Let's put that there. What's in here? Oh yeah, we need to imbue. And again, we can hold off. Maybe we should hold off to imbue this. Until we're higher. Like, so let's just keep going. There we go. 725275. Hey, nice. Let's one more game. Again, I'm not going to stick to level 50, but just to prove a point here. But you definitely should. You can. Not should, but you can. With the Paladin, you are so strong that you can, you know, go forward mid 40s just like me here, or even early 40s without a problem, right? I just like to over level in general because we are going to be like a Boazan slash, or not a Boazan, a Boadin slash a Zealer, which takes into account your level and your attack rating and all that stuff way more, you know, actually it takes it into account versus a caster that is completely reliant on skills and plus to skills and faster cast rate, you know, because those always hit. But let's see. Whoops. Sure went to town, but yeah, see, 45. Nothing ever changed, or 45 is the highest it goes. But we will still be getting good experience. You will see, and roughly up until 50, because a 5-level difference between mobs is not a huge penalty whatsoever. So you can do terror zones until 50 in a comfortable manner, right? We have flies, which eat my stamina. I'm not gonna like this. Oh, and we have 2 types. We have the stamina flies, and we have the raptors, or stalkers, or whatever they're called. But they are on the weaker end, right? On the weaker side. Right? Low life. Wow, simply just running around, they get, like, the aura is just strong enough to, like, 2-shot them. That's kind of crazy. Grand Scepter, that's money. By the way, that is the beauty of this build. If you want to farm low-level gear, for example, on normal, you literally, if you max this out with the synergies, you could just run around, and the fire damage from the pulse of the aura is strong enough. Hey, look at this. This is nice, like 19 all res. I have one that's higher, right? But for level 18, this is a nice one. You know, because you can't get like 40 all res like super early on. Those rolls are only possible once you get into, like, you know, higher difficulties and higher, like, area levels, right? Higher monster levels and all that good stuff. Okay, now our experience, I don't know, it's not, again, this is not the best, like, Spider Force is not the best place to get experience, but, like, let's say that Talrash's tombs were terrorized, or what else if it was terrorized? Like, let's pretend that even Eldritch was terrorized, like Frigid Highlands and Bloody Foothills. Like, that's great experience. Just go over and over into there. What else would be super strong? anything that's high density, like even cows. But again, Zealing cows might be a little dangerous, but let's see how much experience we get from here. But like one run of a terrorized zone looks like it's giving us roughly up to like a level, a whole level. And that's based on the previous levels, right? I don't know how much right now. I'm like, look, the density here is like, oh my gosh, almost non-existent, which does not do good for experience. It does good when you're under leveled and you don't, you know, you don't want to mess with monsters, but we want to mess with monsters now. We want to get as much experience as possible. Okay, so there's a unique pack. Okay, so our experience started, say, going up way more than previously, right? So any area that is dense is muy bien, muy bien. Nobody else was here, right? Or I guess we never checked here. Oh, I guess we never did. Flawless. Okay, we got there. Wow, 15 cold res. Okay. Hey, we hit the cap from this. Oh no, we didn't. Gosh darn it. I thought we did. Our cap is actually 85 using Hawkmail. But again, this is what the game's all about. Like, it's actually about slowly grinding and stuff. It's not supposed to be super fast-paced, like saving and exiting and doing Eldritch runs. But, you know, it is the most efficient, right? So that's why I recommend it as well, just like everybody else will. But this is old-school gaming, guys. And that's what my whole channel is pretty much based on. I don't want to play fast-paced, you know, craziness. I want to play a normal game. And Diablo 2 is just the best normal game there is. You know? And we'll agree to disagree, but that's a fact. By the way, even in terrorized zones, unfortunately, you will not be able to get 4 open sockets in a normal. I know it's weird because the item itself, like the item level, should allow it, but it does not because there is a secret cap of 3 sockets for any white item in normal. And again, even in cows, right? Even in the secret cow level, you will not be able to naturally drop 4 open sockets anywhere. However, you will be able to take that item, right? Like if you get it from cows and go to Larzik and get 4 open sockets in the front for it, right? But naturally it will not. Where is that? Oh, the boss died. Okay.
I am overburdened.
Alright. I know you're overburdened. Come on, big groups, please. Why is this like so not dense? The Flare Jungle has pretty good density in general, and I'm surprised. Like I sometimes remember that depending on the playthrough, right? Maybe it's just the seed or whatnot, but sometimes the Spider Force is dense like crazy. Especially like it's scary early on, you know? Like you don't want to like stop and fight in the Spider Force sometimes because of how dense and kind of crazy it is. I guess my map just kind of sucks. We shall see. Alright, let's go sell some stuff. We're at the end of our journey here.
What do you need?
28 mana at 15. Give it to me, boy. That's a nice one. I wonder how high this could roll. Probably not worth keeping, to be very honest. And I don't even have room here. Oh, okay. That's money. Not a full pack of money, but money. Okay, let's do one more. By the way, so should we? Okay, let's try this now. What I want to try, I'm going to put this guy away. I'm going to put on a Raven Frost. Okay. We do lose the 27 magic find, I know. But this frees up the ability to use Hustle. And the ability to use Goldskin when we get to Nightmare. Again, I don't know if we are gonna need it, but I do like the idea. Also, let's get rid of this. I don't know why that's still there. Yeah. Also, that's going to be our imbue when we do that. So no Hawkmail now. Where were we? Oh yeah, here. Let's see how fast we attack with this bad boy. 65 fast run walk. Woohoo! And we get that 62 evade. I'm telling you guys, that is actually kind of huge. Oh my goodness. Even without the vigor, this is great. Oh. Alright, let's do one more. We'll take a break, and I will come back with the Nightmare version. At least Act 1, obviously. Oh, that is so fast. That is so nice. Man. What did we lose? We didn't lose much. We lost... Okay, just the cannot be frozen, which we have here. But we lost 15 cold res. Which then gets kind of... you know, brought back from the 10 all res, and we benefit from the other ones more even. So, very nice. Alright. I believe this is going to be the last terrorized run for us, that is. We are high enough level to go to Nightmare for sure. Oh my gosh, we run so much faster. Let's see how fast we attack though. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. This is what I'm talking about. Whoa. I kind of needed that, if I'm not going to lie. I only have one of those. Kind of weird, right? Oh yeah. Remember, attack speed translates to damage. Because the more times you attack, the more damage you're going to do. Hey, 10 attack speed if we want it. No. Alright, anybody in here? Oh, somebody is in. See, Terrorize 45, by the way, does not go any higher. Salvation. And more life. Dun. And like, look, it shoots so far off the screen that monsters sometimes die off screen even. Wow, what a build, man. This is so fun too. The explosion. Again, this would not be possible without the Kuko Shikaku. I'm not gonna lie. The explosions help a lot, and the piercing. So Kuko Shikaku and Razor Tail are kind of, well, they're carrying us, kind of. Well, besides the, besides the actual Holy Fire aura, which is super strong, those are the key pieces that are making this enjoyable. Let's say that, huh? Because it was doable, we were doing fine, even with the Icar string, the level 18 ones, you know, back when we weren't high enough level, because this requires level 33, and Razor Tail requires 32. We were doing fine with that even, because of how strong Holy Fire is, but the Kuko Shikaku really made it enjoyable. The explosions, and then Razor Tail on top of the 50% pierce from Kuko, really made it, you know, I mean, 83% of the time we're piercing, which is just so phenomenal. Oh yeah, look at all those explosions. I mean, a Zero would not be able to do this, you know? This is amazing. Amazing. And again, you could kind of just like aim where you want to, like, you know, even shoot past monsters, right? And hopefully they pierce and it gets to them. So, oh, and diamond. Oh. With this run speed, we could pretty much have Holy Fire around the whole time, to be honest. Look at what it gives. 1171 to 1567. So roughly like 13 to 1400 damage to my attack. And then the pulsing gives like between 2 to 500. Huge. Just the pulse even is huge. Right? And the closer the monsters are, the more the damage. And the further away they are, the less the damage. By the way, that's what the range actually kind of means, if I'm not mistaken. Because they changed it. Back then it was a little different, but now they changed it to where the closer you are, like, it's kind of a significant damage boost or a significant damage loss based on, you know, based on how far away the enemies are to you or from you. So this is kind of like a run-around zone. Again, this is not a great terrorized zone. A terror zone, I mean. But Tiru,
I am
overburdened.
I am overburdened.
And that's why we're getting, what, like, I don't know, half a level per run. But you normally should get a little bit more than that. If you get a good terror zone, then, you know, even at 47, you should be getting some nice experience.
I am overburdened.
Rail rune. Blood. Alright, and here is roughly the end of the terror zone, right? That is correct. And great martial arts here. Yep. Oh, these are still terrorized. Well. Alright, let's go check out our loot. Yeah, but like up to a level, right? Like not bad. Even like for not that many, you know.
I am overburdened.
Sapphire, almost
can't.
missed it. What? You can't. Okay, let's see. We throw that out, I guess. Mm-hmm.
Greeting.
Okay. Let's put some stuff away. What is this? Okay, that is not good.
Afternoon.
Take these things out. What is this? Poison res 4. Not good. Do I even want to keep it? No, I do not. Everything else goes into the stash, including a wall of the eyeless. Very good. Alright, y'all. Well, thank you guys so much for stopping by, for watching. If you liked this journey using the elemental Paladin, obviously once we got there, right, level 18, make sure you give the video a thumbs up, right? Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. It's completely free. And if you have any questions or suggestions or maybe ideas for the future, leave them in the comments below. You know, I want the community to grow, so comments are also great. Also, share this video. I keep forgetting to say that because I'm an old timer, right? But I guess share the video if you like this, or share one of my better, cooler videos, live streams, that is, so that more people can, you know, find out about the channel. So post it on your, I don't know, social media stuff and all that good stuff. I don't advertise, but if you guys like it, you should, because you guys are way more tech savvy probably. Anyways, thanks again. If you guys, oh yeah, and what was I gonna say? So yeah, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and then if you're bored and have extra time on your hands, go to Twitch and follow me over there. It's also free. I'm way less often over on Twitch because none of my stuff gets recorded, but like my live streams, right, they don't get recorded. But here on YouTube, I do these journeys, and so if you like those, you know, at least subscribe over here. I would greatly appreciate it. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next part when we do Nightmare, and good luck on your finds. Again, you guys can be a Zealer. I know that you did not see me do that much of Zealing, but early on you did, right? But you know, it is fun to do a Paladin version of Holy Fire. So until next time when we do Nightmare, take it easy, YouTube. See you later, everybody. Peace out, Z, and keep gaming. That's right. That's right. Take it easy, everybody, and congratulations on finishing normal. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.